is magnificent. Oh, did you see that? Okay. Nailed it.
It was worth waiting for.
Yeah,
there you go.
I hope someone was snapping for that one. That was a keeper.
Wow. Oh, it's just saw a little one down. Oh, and another. That was two down at the bottom.
Oh, I just saw. There we go. Yeah, I just saw one.
Wow. Now I was just about to say, I was about to orientate us in the sky here, but they've done it for us, because what we were saying at the beginning is Geminids and all meteor showers, they all appear to come from the same point in the sky, the radiant. So those were two Geminids. In our other shot, the big one. So what we've got here, I can just see at the top of this screen, that is the Orion Nebula. So we've got the constellation of Orion. So that smudgy patch that viewers can see right at the top of the screen is the Great Orion Nebula. It looks absolutely fabulous through Slooh's telescopes. And as you say, we've got Sirius there, bright star. And that means that the constellation of Gemini is off up to the right, isn't it?
Yep.
It's kind of, when you're looking up at the sky, you see Orion, it's above and to the left of Orion. Come on, I want to see another. I want to see another meteor, please. So
I know, it's one of these things. It's just like it never gets old, because every time you see one of these, it's just an incredible thing. I mean, think about it. What we just saw a minute ago is just one of these little. This was a particle from space. This is from outside of the Earth. This is from this, sort of beyond the solar system, a little bit beyond. And this is a part of the universe that just arrived on Earth permanently, and it just that fact alone is just constantly amazing to me.
And that little speck, we've already said, comes off this asteroid 3200 Phaethon. And I mean, this is as old, that little speck that just vaporized in our atmosphere is as old as our solar system, isn't it, Mike?
Mm-hmm. It's an interesting project to do.
So that came down from what looked like a slightly different direction to me. So I think the one that we just saw there, that kind of came from the top of the middle of the top of the screen down. So I think that was what we call a sporadic meteor, which are, the normal small flecks of dust and debris that the Earth moves through every night. Now there's a sporadic. Now that in its own right is a fabulous sporadic meteor. If you were out tonight, so even if it wasn't the peak of the Geminids and you saw that, it's coming from a totally different direction. So we know it's not a speck of dust from this asteroid Phaethon. It's just a random bit of dust that's maybe come off a comet or another asteroid millennia, probably millions of years ago, and we just happened to have, impacted that as well tonight. So that was a meteor. What's the difference between a meteor, a meteorite, and a meteoroid?
Great question. A meteoroid is the name given to the speck of dust that's in space. So in fact, if you think about the debris field left behind by the comets or by the asteroids, you can think of those as meteoroid streams. So in my ways, they're kind of like embryonic meteors, because they're meteors that haven't hatched yet. When a meteoroid encounters the Earth's atmosphere, the Earth, then it becomes a meteor. And we see it, this the tube of gas we've been talking about. And then if it actually makes it to the ground intact, at least partially intact, then we have a meteorite. And I tell you, these are one of the most incredible things to think about, because this is an object from outer space, if you will, from the universe. Wow. Now that was a Gemini. That was a good one.
A definite Gemini.
Yeah.
And so Mike, so this meteoroid that you're talking, which is, can be a grain of sand, the size of a grain of sand, or up to a pea, or a pebble is even bigger. So that has been in existence for at least 4.5 billion years since the formation of our solar system. The meteor that we just saw had a lifespan of half a second, second, probably shorter than that, as you say. it's good to have a good quality screen on the. Whoa! Now that wasn't a replay,
What?
was it? But why is that coming up from the other? That's a sporadic.
That was very
coming
much,
up the other way. Now, if the studio can get us a replay of that and another one coming down, I would love to see a replay of that studio, because it looked like we had, first of all, a Geminid coming in from the left, but a sporadic meteor coming up from the bottom. I don't think I've ever seen something like that, Mike. Have you?
No.
Goodness me. I think this is the most number of meteors we've seen during a Slooh meteor shower star party. I think it's absolutely fabulous, and is really indicative. If people can see this in their own backyards, they're in for because you'll see far more when you're looking with your own eyes. You can see more of the sky than we're looking at here.